Hi everyone, quick check-in. We had an amazing event here on the weekend, Flow con Farofa. Thank you for everybody that came down, especially the crew from Michigan that represented. It was an amazing weekend with the Itapuan, Chico, Laura Becker, where we tried a new format, testing out new things that we feel will be part of Capoeira in the future. And I will share with you in future videos. But I just wanted to check in and see how you guys are doing. How is it going with the materials? Okay. Hopefully, some of you have managed already to download the app and start going through the materials. I've been getting messages. Some people have finished week 1, week 2, week 3. Soon we will be doing a Zoom where we can a little bit exchange what we've understood, what we've learned. But feel free to ask questions on the WhatsApp group about any subject, and here and there I will make special videos to help you out along the way. I heard a beautiful sentence, and then I tried to use my Capoeira mind, my Capoeira philosophy to see if that sentence makes sense, and I want to share it with you. So I heard that good, and this is a strange sentence, so listen to it very well. So that good is not the opposite of bad, but good is the exact middle between positive and negative. Again, good is not the opposite of bad, but good is the exact middle between positive and negative. And it was told in one context, but then immediately I start with my circles that you're starting to get used to. Yeah. So if we have one circle, and we were talking a little bit about the circle, right? And we said that by definition, it's going to have a positive side and a negative side, a masculine and a feminine, a sun and a moon, a day and a night, right? All of these things are the dualities. But when this circle splits into another circle, so if I go exactly here, so as it's splitting into another circle, it creates this center position. Okay, so as they're splitting, there's gonna be a minus here, right? And before there was a plus here, and now there is another minus here and a plus here. So there is a position where the middle is the exact middle between the negative and the positive, and the sentence says that that is good. Yeah, I know it's a little bit of a weird sentence. Yeah, so what does it mean that good is the exact middle between positive and negative? Let's think about a capoeira game. So now let's throw something here in the middle. What's a good capoeira game? A good capoeira game makes sense because for me, a good capoeira game is when it has the balance, right? The balance between the fight and the dance, the balance between the high and the low, the balance between the cooperation, collaboration, and conflict, right? So that for me is really a good game. So in that kind of way, I sort of like this explanation. I think it's a very good way to explain what we are looking for in capoeira. We're looking for that balance, right? So every position gives us an opportunity to become polarized or an opportunity to become balanced. And we are constantly seeking that balance, right? So if I'm playing too much, controlling the middle of the circle, and I'm creating sort of a masculine energy, a plus, if I don't release, there will not be electricity in the game. Okay. And I hope you guys understand that when I say plus and minus and masculine and feminine, there is a big chance that what I mean is not what is jumping in your head right now. So I recommend for you to take a deep breath and to try to understand what I'm talking about. Okay. It's not man and woman in their society position. Okay. It's not good, bad in your opinion on Instagram. I'm talking about, for example, even in energy, when you have a battery, right? When you have a battery, there is the masculine side, which gives the plus, and there is the, right, the feminine side. And this is what creates the electricity. We need both of them, and we need both of them equally, right? So it's in this balance of the body, balance of the mind, balance of the emotions, balance of knowing of myself, okay? Because there's this thing that if you really want to know yourself, you need to know also the minus, right? A lot of us don't want to go into this journey to know the minus, so we put on a fake plus, right? We learn how to fake our way in society, presenting what society wants us to present, but deep inside we have our urges, right? We have our angers, we have our fears, and there's not so many places today in society to explore those. So the capoeira game is a great place for that, right? Where we are allowed to go a little bit aggressive. Yeah, even this morning I had a woman train capoeira for the first time, and even though it was a very soft capu flow class, it was enough for her. She said, wow, I needed that to let go a little bit of this aggression, right? So it doesn't have to be super violent. Sometimes just a little bit, kicking a racket, or getting a little bit intense in the game is already enough to release, yeah, and to discover. I love this sentence that Plato said, is that you can know more about a human being from 1 hour of play than from 1 year of conversation, right? And I think that it connects really where capoeira is going to be a very, very, very important tool for people to discover different aspects of themselves. Because as people are starting to wake up and wanting to understand why they feel certain way, why their buttons are getting pushed, why they are not satisfied, why they don't have energy, why is their health not the way they want it to. As people start asking these questions, they are going to need some kind of tool where they can safely and in a fun environment start to discover their pluses and their minuses and slowly balance them out in the middle in a beautiful game. So let me know in the comments if you like this idea, if you find it useful, and if maybe over the next few weeks, as you're watching games on the internet and as you're training by yourself and as you're going to rodas, have this in your head and see what you see. Bye bye.